Yeah. Peace, bless, love. Give thanks to that man above. You're not rocking with Mr. Uncommon.
Hey, yo, what's the word? Y'all already know who y'all rocking with. It's the Fresh Prince himself. Is he finesse?
Hey, yo, you heard? It's the one and only Jay Confident. Remember, your authenticity is the key to unlocking our vulnerabilities, for it is in embracing our true selves to find courage and accept our emotions. Let's go! What up, y'all?
Yo, welcome everybody. Happy Friday. No, matter of fact, y'all watching this? Happy Thursday.
Happy Saturday. Happy
Happy
Thursday.
Saturday,
Happy
too.
every day. Monday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Whenever y'all
Friday,
listen to this, well, while y'all listening to this though,
happy today.
exactly. Happy today. Happy every day. Matter of fact, happy when you wake up. You know, start your day off happy.
Make sure you give your prayers when you wake up. Make sure you give your grace. You know?
And brush your teeth.
and your tongue.
Bro, you can't forget that. And sit on the toilet too.
Yeah.
Who?
You gotta sit on the toilet sometimes once you wake up in the morning.
Oh, okay. I feel you.
Is that a thing?
Nah, I feel you. I understand. No, I understand it though.
Nah, but like before we get to anything though, if y'all listen to this though, please like, share, subscribe. Also catch us on Instagram at Wolf Experience Pod, where you could keep up with the latest clips, audio drops, you know, video drops, and let's get it.
Also, check us out on TikTok. TikTok. Also, shout out to our audio people out there in the world. Yo, you know, I found out that we got people in the Philippines that listen to us.
Yeah.
In the Philippines, bro. They just shout, yo, thank
Yeah,
you.
shout
We
out,
appreciate you. Salute to y'all. Don't forget about it. Also, check us out on TikTok. I mean, what is it? Twitter X
Twitter
Experience?
X. Ooh.
Yeah, we in
Twitter
there
X.
too. Twitter
Yeah,
X,
yeah.
we there too, man. We tweeting. Tweet. We in there, y'all.
Yeah, and I just found out too. Also, shout out to the fans in UK too, to our audience in UK and Canada too. We appreciate y'all. Just keep tuning in because we got many more coming.
Let's go.
Appreciate y'all.
But like what he was saying, what the fuck he just said about sitting in the toilet?
Oh yeah, sitting
You
on-
lost me. I don't know what the fuck was that.
It's like
Nah, he probably meant like on some like you know how like,
That's like
you
a
know how
ritual?
niggas used to be on some like morning newspaper shit, taking a shit like that.
I mean, I take a shit.
Feel me?
Yeah,
But you don't always gotta look at your phone. Like sometimes niggas just be there like
Yeah.
collecting their thoughts and shit.
Yo,
like,
I
feel me?
that happened to me
Niggas'
before,
brains be dead in the morning,
Yo,
bro.
bro,
Feel
when
me?
you
So,
mad
Days-
tired, you
days
just
out, but
gangsta, bro. Niggas
Yo.
brains be dead.
Yo, just in case y'all notice, we got that fourth voice. That's our man, our big man, the man who takes care of our Twitter accounts, our X account.
the 2P offender.
The 2P offender. I don't know how I was gonna take that one, but
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, these niggas is crazy. But I'm
Oh,
back for
man.
another episode.
my man's back.
I'm back for another
That
episode. man.
effect, baby.
yeah.
Back for another episode, y'all. And
yeah.
I
we
do
definitely-
run the Twitter, so if y'all got Twitter and y'all know me, show love. Follow me on the Twitter, show love. Follow us on the Twitter.
Yeah.
But it's me
Yeah.
running it. We running the show on X now, so
Nah, babe, building
show some
the
love.
team,
Follow
baby.
us. Show
Building
some
a
love.
team, baby.
Show some love.
It's the 2P right here.
That's crazy. That's
Back to back like Kobe and Shaq.
2P offender.
I don't know about that 2P defender shit these niggas talking about though. So I ain't gonna. I need all of y'all to disregard that because I don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Oh my god.
Man. So, what up, guys? How y'all doing today? Everybody
Everything is-
good? Everybody
yeah.
cool? Everybody cool?
Yeah, I woke up
Collective?
this morning and it was freaking cold as a motherfucker.
Cold, man. It's
Yeah,
springtime.
and that's what I'm saying too. It's spring.
Niggas need to find that groundhog
Yeah.
and cook that shit for Lion.
Yo,
Fucking lied. Bucks are plenty.
honestly, like
fucking
March,
lied.
March is like bipolar, bro. Like this is like you gotta expect that shit. Like March is like up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right. I mean,
I don't know, man.
speaking of bipolar, I seen a post earlier that somebody posted, right? And I wanted to bring it to the podcast. Do y'all know the difference between, because they say New York slang and New York people are bipolar.
New York people are bipolar.
So do you know the difference between nah, yeah, and yeah, nah?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yo.
I mean, I know the difference because I use it most of the time. Like,
Uh-huh.
be like, nah, yeah. And then be like, yeah, nah. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all know the difference between the two real quick before we get into anything?
I mean, I really use nah. I be using nah, yeah a lot. I use that a lot. But I say yeah, nah. Like, I say if you ask me a question, right, and I'll be like yeah, but I'll be like, nah. Matter of fact, no. Like that's when I would use it really.
No, honestly, that's an oxymoron, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
just by even saying that, like we use the most oxymoron shit ever.
OD.
Every fucking somebody asks you, yo, what you let's just say like, do you like that? Nah, yeah, I do. like why would you even nah, yeah, like
Yeah, nah, cause
It's just
Like,
unconscious.
yeah, nah.
We just do that shit so unconsciously. It's crazy.
wow,
New York is bipolar.
And
That's what I'm saying.
It's
See?
funny too, cause I was actually thinking about this shit in the morning on my way to work, bumping the Metro Boomin and Future album, and one of their songs is called "Type Shit."
Okay,
Bro, if we use that shit so much, like, you be like
Type
yeah,
shit.
it's type good,
that type
Type
shit.
shit.
it's type valid, type shit.
Type
Type
All that type shit.
Type shit.
like, what does that shit even mean? Like, who?
Yo,
Like,
type shit.
Type shit.
That shit is just a shorter way of saying something like that.
right?
Pretty much.
Something like that. Type
So, to get into today's episode, sponsor. Nah.
Soon come.
Yeah, nah.
Soon
Just to
come.
get into today's episode.
If y'all guys want to buy any merch or anything like that, let us know. We can try and see if we can get y'all any merch. We got beanies, scullies, anything, sweaters soon come. Beanie, we're gonna have trunks for swimming, bikinis. We're gonna have socks.
Yo, that is fire, dog. Shit.
Yo,
Trunks?
fuck around. We
Yeah,
have
trunks.
fucking.
Where we put the logo at?
I put it right in the left corner.
Left corner right
Yeah,
there.
also on some like polo shit, Ralph Lauren right there.
Oh,
Just
clean.
Nice and easy. Nothing too extravagant.
Not clean.
nothing too
Yeah,
much.
we don't want to do none of that rock star shit. We want to be nice and easy. That niggas be like, yo, where'd you get those from? Nigga, that's off experience, baby.
Nice and easy, wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
That's it.
No Diddy?
No Diddy. No Diddy shit, my nigga. No Diddy. No Diddy shit. Yo, anyways. yo.
Anyway, I got a question for y'all.
What's up?
Right? So we get into today's topics, right? Got a question for y'all. Have you ever thought about what lies beyond the surface of our emotions and experiences?
You went that way? You went the opposite this time?
Yeah, man. I
lies
want to know
beneath.
because that's what the topic for the day is. With another one, but So-
Beyond the surface, huh?
Say that. Repeat the question one more time.
have you ever thought about what lies beyond the surface of our emotions and experiences?
What lies beyond the surface?
Yeah.
Well, we basically got to find love, heartbreak, friendship, bad businesses, success, loss.
Yeah, because you just adding experiences that like there's a lot that surface behind it, and it's like what we feeling inside or our moods. How we coming across situations, how we deal with it. So that right there, that's really what freaking is just behind the surface.
Yeah, because they all play a crucial role in shaping our experiences and influencing our actions and decisions and understanding what our emotions really are. You understand what I'm saying? So we basically, that's it right there. That's the beginning of the top of the ocean right there. That's the surface. That's what I'm looking at.
It's like dissecting the
Yeah. So now
the experience
yeah.
of that emotion.
Yeah. So now, right?
Or the emotion of that experience, sorry.
So basically, like, let's look for like love. Everybody falls in love. It could be with an object, a person. place,
Yeah,
or
everybody
thing,
loves something.
right? You can fall in love with anything. At the end of the day, you lose it. What you do? You feel heartbreak. Your experiences change. It's a totally different thing. You know what I'm saying? Fulfillment is from love. Warmth is from love.
But the thing is like from that, right? It's from that when everybody you lose love, like you a breakup order, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like now it's really understanding that dissecting that issue right there,
Basically,
right? Is you get it from anywhere.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
But you gotta. That's where you gotta understand and start scratching that surface of what heartbreak is.
Yeah.
right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you experience it, you got to know what it can lead to: sadness, despair, and feelings of rejection. So when you feel like that, then you start feeling depressed, feel like nobody else wants me. Then if you accept that along with other things, it's gonna drive you a little crazy. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think, though? Let me clear my throat.
I really don't know because it's hard to like label something like that because everybody has their own idea on what, like, the surface is. Everybody has their own idea on what that is, and then
The surface, you mean, right?
yeah, and then like since we're on the topic of like heartbreak, everybody has like their own like feeling of heartbreak too. Not everybody will feel, oh my God, like
Yeah,
I'm sad, or you might, but it might not be to the point that like it feels like damn, like why I'm not with nobody, or why can't I be with somebody? Like, is it me, or
Do you think those people actually like figured it out? Like, they dug deep to understand that feeling.
Well,
like,
you can't figure it out without going through it. So it's like,
okay.
honestly, I can't speak for
Yeah.
anybody else. But like for me, like I got heartbroken like probably like only like twice in my life. Probably got heartbroken only like twice in my life. And the first time it was like a lot of pain, but the second time was more so like because it happened already and because I went through that already, I kind of have the feeling on what heartbreak would feel like.
Yeah.
So when you go through things and when you experience something and learn all your lessons from that and you carry that with you, a situation happens again and it's kind of like the same thing or it might have elements of the same thing. In a sense, you'll be prepared to be able to handle that as a person.
Yeah.
And I mean, like everybody copes with like situations differently too. So you coping like, oh yeah, damn, like my world is over. Like to the next person, yeah, they coping with it a little different. Like they might just be hiding it, but they're not gonna show it to the world. And then that right there is like kind of like what's like behind the surface, because it's like, you know, you could be vulnerable in that aspect of things.
Yeah.
You know, you could, you know, actually show that you're going through something emotionally.
Because that triggers anger, confusion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
sense of
Because
emptiness.
it's never good to hold something in. Like, it's never good.
Pressure bursts pipes,
Mhm.
and the more you keep something in, you know, I mean, it's hard because loss is another emotion that you'll feel that's also part of that depth of what it is. Because even though it's like almost the similar of heartbreak, but you know, when you're experiencing loss, it can be with a loved one or the ending of a significant chapter in your life. You know what I'm saying? Where you're losing a job or a basketball team, or you even win the championship, or you even win that pool or anything like that, playing ball or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even that right there, people experience loss, and they gotta overcome that loss to feel like, all right, at the end of the day, better things come.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's another one that I actually see that's part of the surface of.
No, yeah, and I also feel like you also, like, you know how we say, like, we can't measure somebody's success. I feel like you also can't measure somebody's loss. Like, you know, like it don't matter. Say if we playing a sport and I lose and I start crying, right? But it was like a serious game. It was like a championship game, and I'm over here because I take it that serious. And compared to like losing somebody, like that's way different. You feel me?
Yeah, totally.
But it's like you still coping with a loss though.
Yeah.
You know, so it doesn't matter how important somebody else thinks it is. It's still important to you though.
It's still part of the emotion.
Yeah, I mean that's what they say. Like just to like, you know, seek like mindful things. Like, you know, you can seek therapy. You can seek,
Yeah.
like let it out. Like, you know, it's healthy to let it out, right? Like I said, like
Totally true.
it pressure like gets you there. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, you know, I think sometimes we all go through that, man. Like, you know, when we just don't want to be vulnerable enough to even like let our emotions out, right? I think we all have experiences of that. Like, I know I was one of them. You know what I mean? Like, I just didn't want to I was just closed in. Like, not closed in, but you know, purpose of like kindness, take kindness for weakness and shit like that, right? So you don't really want to let that shit out. Like, nah, fuck it. And then the way you raised too, man. Like, you gotta fucking man up, bro. Like,
But like-
you, know,
but like,
you
do
don't
y'all
have to show
think-
your emotions like that.
Yeah, but like, do y'all think that also comes with like fear though?
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
Like fear of being judged or criticized because you're being vulnerable.
Yeah, right. Like you soft and shit like that, and that's what people use that against you. You know what I'm saying? So that part right there is like, once we understand that doesn't matter, that people can look at you however the fuck they want, right? And say whatever they want to you, right? Until you know my emotions, my feelings, you don't know what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? So you can't really judge me on what it is, and fuck you if you don't care. Like, if you don't care about my feelings, bro. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
No, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna express my feelings as much as I want.
The thing is too is that sometimes vulnerability can be labeled as like a what's the right word? Like, if I'm afraid to like say my emotions and stuff, somebody's gonna look at me like I'm weak minded. But what if like within myself, like I'm okay with not disclosing my emotions, even though I know what comes with it. But at the same time, it's like if I don't feel like telling nobody nothing, I really don't have to. Like, it's
No,
not,
you don't. It's a
not,
choice.
it's not really my,
Yeah.
you know, it's not my obligation to tell somebody something.
Yeah.
But it goes like, it kind of goes hand in hand with being vulnerable because I actually had this conversation yesterday.
But even if we move on, sorry, but you will cry privately, right?
Nah, yeah, I'm a private person with my emotions. I handle all my emotions
So
privately.
you let it out.
Yeah.
You let your emotions out.
by
Like you won't
myself.
hold it like,
Nah.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that, right? Would you be scared to even if you're around somebody just like you just burst out crying or that shit like would you really be embarrassed behind that and just bounce and walk away or whatever shit?
Nah. Cause I've been in positions, well, not for myself, but I've been in positions like that where I've seen people like I just be chilling with them and then out of nowhere it's just and sometimes I'll be confused, but it's like I can't put my confusion ahead of their emotions first.
Right.
If anything, I'll settle the confusion later on when they're okay, and then I'll find out what happened.
And the confusion will be them telling you, if anything, and letting out, like, okay, I can understand now, right?
Another thing too that comes with vulnerability is the sense of acceptance. A lot of people don't have an acceptance within themselves to accept what happened to them and how the shit that happened to them played out and their life ended up being. So that is kind of like when the last time I was here and we was talking about being comfortable enough to speak your truth and say your whole story. Sometimes it doesn't have to be rooted in them being like directly afraid to be judged for the story. It can just be within themselves. Like, yo, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I went through something and I feel like nobody's going to be receptive of it, I'm not going to say it. But that doesn't mean that like I'm afraid of how they'll see me. It's more so afraid of how I see myself. A lot of people don't have that idea yet. Well, I can't say a lot because I don't know a lot of people, but some people have that idea that like their life story is probably too uncomfortable, not only within them, like within the world, but within themselves too. Because sometimes people have battles that is hard to wake up.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it's hard for me to wake up in private, imagine me telling somebody my story and then I got to deal with the fact that when I wake up that somebody else knows this about me.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's kind of like.
It is hard for some people to do that.
That is.
That's why vulnerability is kind of weird because it's like you really won't know what kind of vulnerability the person has until you talk to them.
And that's the thing right there that this is why we want to have these conversations like this, right? To bring it more out that it's okay, because the reason why people think that and all that is because just it's systematic, right? Like it's just how the fucking world is when as you was since you've been in here, right? You see these stories. Okay, this person said this. Look what happened. Oh, this why you see these fucked up stories that people. It don't allow people to do that. To be vulnerable, to be able to do shit like that. You know, and it sucks because it's okay. It's okay. Like shit.
No, yeah. Everybody's always going through something. You know, and that's the thing. Like you're never alone. It's like 1 billion people in America. You know, more than that in the world. And it's like, bro, everybody is going through something. So when you share it, you actually feel like you're not alone out there.
Yeah. And it's 100% on that.
But I'm sorry, because keep your story right. Yeah. But that's because also like, people don't show like, okay, like empathy.
Yeah.
This is why it's not that the validation got to be there, but people feel more comfortable that there's empathy towards them, or towards people like them. It don't have to be towards them, right? So people don't in general.
So the thing with that is like, I feel like you really shouldn't seek empathy when it comes to within yourself. Like you should be able to find empathy within yourself, to be okay with your story, to be okay with supporting yourself with what's happening, to be okay with yourself, to get up and be like, yo, this shit happened to me, but I know that this is not the end of my life. I want to move away from this. I want to move forward. It has to start within yourself first before you seek empathy from other people.
No, but when you see negative messages coming to you, what I'm trying to say, like you don't see the empathy side of it. Not that you don't need it, but you don't need that. They don't show that side. It just shows the whole negative, like people judging you, and then that tears you down. That's what keeps you private inside. Like, oh fuck it, I ain't gonna say
but
that.
how would you know that if you don't actually open yourself up?
Well, I mean, again, that's within you.
Exactly. That's the thing, because it's like if you're not willing to. For me, vulnerability and empathy and stuff like that. That's
from you. Let's talk about in general.
Yeah, but it'll always start with yourself. It has to start with yourself.
No,
first.
You're right.
But you can't move away from that.
But like the reason why I say that is because everybody's worth $1 million trillion within themselves.
I didn't know that.
Oh, think about it. Everybody's worth a lot of money within themselves. No matter
of course.
Talent wise, who you are. No matter, you can be homeless. You're still who you are. Your $1 million is that's who you are.
You priceless, man.
Exactly. So it's like you opening up a business, right? You want people to see your store. So you got people walking by your store. They window shop. They look at your store. But you won't see anybody go inside and say, "Oh, what you got in here?" until you open the door and be like, "Hey, I'm open." You understand? That's why a person, that's how much you're worth for. If you don't tell somebody, "Yo, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
I'm hurting, bro." Or yo, guess what? What happened to me today? Yo, I had a great day today. I don't give a fuck if nobody even hears me and be like, "Oh, word." As long as you know, like, "Oh, that's what's up." That person that you told that to is gonna be like, "Yo, guess what? This nigga just had a fucking great day today." Oh, word? Yeah. I wonder how the fuck I could have a great day like that too. While the other person's like, "Yeah, you right. Fuck that nigga though."
Yo,
You know what I'm saying? But then again, you're like, "Damn, I want to have a great day tomorrow too." You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you're passing that message, like, regardless of what I'm going through, bad or good, it's still a message that you're passing along that people are gonna be like, "Yo, for real, for real." So even if you keep it yourself in, I understand that. Yeah, privately is always great to do that, but then again, when you let your emotions cap that much, you're gonna oversee so much that you're gonna be like, "Damn, I have so much that if I give to other people, they're gonna be like, 'No, I don't want this shit. You're too much for me. You got too much baggage."
Yeah.
In a relationship, because you're holding yourself so much in, because you don't want to feel like if I'm a waste of time if I tell letter A about my shit, because if I tell letter A, letter B's gonna be like, "Nah, fuck this. I don't care about that shit." Because you feel like yourself, "I don't feel like wasting my time." But if you go ahead and express yourself and you let yourself go, bro, it's the best feeling in the world. Right or
I
wrong?
mean, no, it is, but it all depends who you want, who you gonna tell too. Like,
Right or wrong. But it don't really depend, because even if you seek help, right?
oh, okay, that's different. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you seek help, they're gonna give you a random schmo.
No,
Joe.
true.
But
No,
you're
I'm
still
talking
gonna
random people, like,
Yeah. Oh, of course. But it all depends on who's willing to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's what it is right there. Who's willing to sit down and talk to you? That's what it breaks down from. If you're gonna sit down and break bread with me and let you know how I went down
Like
today,
actually, like really actually listen too. Like that plays a big
That's
part.
not
like,
listen and hear
listening
me
and
and hear
understanding.
me.
Yeah.
Listen and hear me. That's the big difference. A lot of people don't know the difference between listening and hearing to a person. You know what I'm saying? Because if you do both, you're good. You can express your feelings to them all you want. But if you're only doing one part, what's the point? You know what I mean? But you also got to understand what that person's going through. I trust me. I know.
look, everybody doesn't go. People will never understand what another person's going through because unless they've gone through it, right? So sympathy's out the window. Like, I mean, sympathy's out the window because it doesn't apply, right? But at least have that empathy that you could be like, you could listen to somebody.
Yeah.
Like just having that inside could sit down next to like, all right, so what's up? Like, I hear you. Like you.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, along your path, along your journey in life, you might end up doing the same thing or getting caught up in the same shit that person went through. And then you're going to sit in the toilet and be like,
Nah, I know how it feels.
yo, now I know how it feels. But yo, let me try to do the same thing he did because he came out with a great outcome. Why? Because he told me his story. He let me know what had happened. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I always dwell on that whole.
You don't know how many people that you can actually take out that space.
And that's what I'm saying. That's why, like, if you know, like everybody's going through the same, like everybody's always going through an issue. So if you share with that one person, you never know. That person might have just been in the same situation as you, and you could learn from them. And then that would, like, just the feedback, what they tell you, it can help you with what you're going through.
I mean, look at these movements that go on. That Me Too movement, all these other movements, all these other shit movements. People tell a story of a story of a story of a story. What happens? It moves. You know what I'm saying? People will listen, and they'll be like, yo.
Listen, at the end of the day, everything is, what's funny, right? Everything goes back to like just it's marketing.
Yeah, most definitely.
It's just marketing, bro. Like it's just like people gotta know what it is going on to really understand it, right? And I'm gonna ask you a question too because I know they want to be a therapist and all that, right? For somebody to have the outlook.
I was just about to give y'all a theory too.
Okay, yeah.
I kind of wanted to question what he said about sympathy because I feel like you can have sympathy for somebody without going through what they went through. So let me explain it. So just because you didn't go through something that they went through doesn't mean that you haven't went through something that carries that same amount of pain that they went through. So you can have the same amount of pain. God forbid, I could get stabbed, and God forbid, Izzy could get shot, and me and him could both share the same exact pain. You won't know that because I never been shot and he never been stabbed, vice versa. But if I feel that degree of pain, like if he's telling me like, yo, I can't take this pain, this shit hurt, and I felt like that when I got stabbed, I'm gonna feel sympathy because I felt that same way. I feel like you don't have to directly go through the same exact shit someone went through to have some level of sympathy.
Okay.
Not a whole entire level of
right.
sympathy,
I
but
got
you
you,
can
I got
have a small amount of
I
sympathy.
got
Like
you. Yeah,
it's kind of like the same thing. Like if somebody fall on their face, but I fall on my back, I can have the same pain.
I still fell.
It's possible. We both busted our ass. We both fell.
I see the level to that.
So that's why it's kind of like I wouldn't really agree with the fact that you can't have sympathy for somebody just because you didn't go through something, because everybody has a different definition of pain based on the certain event that they went through. Like, and there's people like you can't really judge people's pain. Like that's something that I'm guilty of. I'm not gonna lie, I do that shit sometimes.
I'm with you.
I used to do it way more often before, but I'm not gonna. Sometimes I do that, and it's not really fair because my pain is my pain and their pain is theirs. But just because me and you have different pains, that doesn't mean that I can't feel sympathy for your pain. Because at the end of the day, we all have one thing in common, which is the fact that we carry pain.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like, I don't know. That's why I feel like I feel like we could have sympathy for people, even if we didn't go through it. It just makes more sense. It just makes more sense to have more empathy rather than sympathy in a situation like that. Because empathy is more generalized. Sympathy is more specific.
Yes.
Even if that's true, I agree with him 100% because a wood splint on your finger could be the same equivalence of pain of being stabbed, and you can just tell somebody like, "Yo, I feel your pain, bro." But just by telling them like, "Yo," you know what I'm saying? But it's true though if you really think
a
about
split
it.
and a paper cut.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. I like that one. The split and the paper cut.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good comparison.
That is true.
I agree. I definitely
I agree
with that.
100%. That was a really good one right there.
And this is dissecting deep into the fucking thing, right?
surface.
Beyond the surface, right? Because now it's really understanding what the wording means and what these definitions mean, right? And then putting them into perspective, like, okay, cool, this and this, and locking it down like that. Then that's what we really got to say. And once you understand those type of things, then shit will be like more comfortable to be able to boom. Just let it out, right?
Release.
I feel like the only time that you shouldn't, well, for me, I feel like the only time that I haven't have sympathy for somebody is if they put themselves in a situation for them to fall on their face.
Yeah.
If I visually see themselves do some dumb shit, I'm not having no sympathy.
like you,
That's me. Like, I'm not have, because if I do some dumb shit, I'm not expecting nobody to have not an ounce of sympathy for me. That's me, like, personally. Like,
I'm with you.
you could probably have some. You could probably have some empathy. Like, damn, like, you know what? That's fucked up that you're going through that. But at the end of the day, you fucking did that to yourself, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's possible too.
Yeah, no, that's definitely possible, bro. Like, cause it is true. Like, if you fucking self-sabotage yourself, yo, listen.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for you,
I don't
bro.
feel-
I could
Just
be
so
there
nice
for
about
you.
you.
I could be there for you. Like, yo, like, you know what? Your actions put you in some deep shit. But as long as you realize that you did that, we good. That's all that matters. Don't go blaming other people.
facts.
Don't victim blame nobody.
But that
Don't
also
say,
come-
yo, this is this, this is that. Nah, bro,
Nah,
this
but
is
that
all
also
on you,
comes with
bro.
like accountability too, though, from the person. Like knowing that they was in the wrong and they shouldn't feel that way about other people and how they see.
Yeah,
like,
but at
them
that
with
point,
themselves.
you got to be vulnerable for that, right?
Yeah.
And be like, yo,
Yeah, it takes a different type of vulnerability to be
for real.
accountable for yourself.
And if
bro.
you tell you accountability, bro, like that's accountability is tough.
Sure is.
And let's keep it a buck, bro. Like accountability, it is tough. People don't want to be real. With
I feel like
themselves.
it's only tough if you make it that way.
But this is what I'm trying to say. That it is right. If
I
you-
feel like in a general aspect, accountability is pretty easy because like if me and Josh walking down the street and not tripping by accident, I'm gonna immediately be like, yo, I'm sorry for tripping.
I mean,
Some people will be like, yo, bro, watch where you going.
nah, that's crazy. That's crazy though. That's crazy though. But I hear you. But that's I hear
Like something like that. Like I feel like
right.
accountability, like from a general, because that's the thing. Like the stigma surrounding just accountability is that it's hard to do that, and it's like it really just depends on you. Like you're making that hard. It's really easy to
let's
do
talk
that.
about the tough things that people don't even want to hold themselves accountable for. I get you with that with tripping. I mean, you know, the generalized people be like, "Damn, my fault, bro." Like some dumb
but-
niggas probably be like,
yeah.
"Yo," but like just shit that people don't really want to hold themselves accountable to. Like let's just say, you spoke about somebody or you hurt somebody's feelings or you stole from somebody, and all that shit. And, you know, niggas blame you, but you trying to be like, nah, I'm not. Or you got caught and you don't want to hold yourself accountable and that shit because you don't want to like for whatever reason, because whatever you feeling for not wanting to do that, it's like why is it so hard to do that? right?
So this
That's
is
the part that we dissect into there.
All right, so I'm about to dissect accountability right
Let's
here.
go
Ready?
because this is what we're here for.
So,
Like,
so this is the thing. A lot of people think that accountability is an obligation. As soon as you realize
no,
that,
fucking there's a fucking obligation.
just listen to
Hold
me.
up. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Just
I'm
listen
getting
to
out of line,
He
bro.
says obligated for you.
Damn right.
As soon as you realize that accountability is really just a choice thing rather than an obligation, it will make the fact that people don't take accountability kind of easier on you. So like, if somebody hurts my feelings, right? And I make it aware like, yo, you hurt my feelings or whatever the case may be. And they choose not to take themselves accountable. At the end of the day, I'm going to know that what they did was wrong. So I'm going to sleep at night knowing that they didn't take accountability. They're the ones that's going to lose sleep because they're going to think about it.
Yeah, because you're not being real with themselves.
But some people will swear that they didn't do nothing. And if they're okay with that, you can't convince them that they did something wrong.
that's
Even
definitely
if you get hurt, you could if they feel like they didn't do nothing wrong, if they feel like that you just dragged out your emotions, there's nothing you can say or do to convince them to be like, yo, you know what? Let me take accountability for this. Especially because 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be like, bro, like, yeah, I did what I did, but it's up to you to it's up to you to receive how you want to. It's a bad way of being.
That's that fucked up outlook to that shit, bro.
But for me, that's
now
why.
you put it on somebody
But
else,
that's why I feel like accountability isn't an obligation. If anything, it just makes the situation better.
It's different levels of see those things are different levels of accountability. Like you said, if somebody you let them be aware, like yo, you did this, they don't say nothing. Then cool.
Yeah, because if the proof is there, then you're accountable for what the fuck you just did
And-
at the end of the day.
Yeah, like
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if you have a choice to not take yourself accountable, then fuck you. I have a choice not to fucking respect what
What
it is.
you
And,
said.
right? So now,
Nah,
now
yeah,
it's like-
granted, but that's the whole thing that I'm saying. Accountability is a choice at the end of the day. It's not.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
not.
it is.
It may
But
be an
I-
obligation. It may be an obligation based on your own personal morale.
Yeah, like on your perspective.
But as in terms of a,
he just took
But
the
it's
word
still-
right out.
but it-
but as in
it's
terms-
the morale part.
but as in-
That is-
but it's still an
yeah,
obligation. Though.
but
That's what
It's still
the
an
morale
obligation.
part, which we all try to have high morals, right? So with what that comes with,
yeah.
we obligated to be like, yo,
I see
you gotta
why
hold
though.
yourself
Yeah, yeah,
accountable to
nah,
be
nah, I see.
to be respected,
Yeah, I see
right?
why
So people
too.
can look at you with a different outlook, right? I'm a man
in every
so,
aspect, though. In a
Yeah,
relationship.
But that's the
So
thing
I
too.
get it. It is a choice,
But there's
but
some
for
people.
us,
There's
for-
some people that don't give a fuck about respect. Like I'm not gonna
right,
lie.
you're right,
I've been in
you're right.
positions where I done did fucked up shit, and I
right.
dead told people in their face like, "Yo, bro, I don't care, bro. If you're not gonna do nothing, bro, I don't care, bro."
You're right, I'm with you,
And that's
You're right.
fucked up. But I've been in that position, and I've been on the other side of the fence as well. When somebody has hurt me, and they just be like, "Yo, it is what it is."
Yeah,
Because at the end of the day, you're still obligated to respect my fucking decision.
yeah,
Yeah.
right. So their choice, their choice,
Right.
and I understand
It's
that.
true.
Yeah, but that's more so obligation as in terms of respecting one's stance and emotions, not as in terms of respecting their feeling like they have to take accountability. Because
No, at the end of the day, no, you're obligated to take accountability for whatever actions you have taken.
I mean, if you choose to, then I see. But if you don't choose to, then I could choose to do whatever I want with that energy that you just presented to
Yeah.
me, right?
Okay.
So I get it.
You
I get what
carry
you're
it the
saying.
way you want to carry it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
That's like-
yes, us as like you said, the morale, that's the standard we gotta hold ourselves. And the message we trying to push out, no, we gotta hold ourselves accountable
But you
because
still
that's the
have-
right thing to do.
Oh,
Yes.
You know what
okay,
I'm saying?
so
Like-
so for me, it's like it still goes back to the same thing. Like it's the right thing to do according to you. If it's not the right thing to do according to
listen,
me, they ain't
Nah,
shit
that
you
right
can
there,
tell me,
yeah,
bro.
because that right there, that just
But-
that just falls into being stubborn.
Yeah,
really.
that
Pretty
right
much.
there.
No,
And
I call that like a mind
listen
block
to what
too.
Yeah.
the whole thing that I'm trying to tell you
But
is
there are
that
people like that,
everything
yeah.
y'all saying, if I really, bro, anybody could just be like, okay, but that's how you feel. There ain't shit
Yeah.
you could tell me for me to change that.
There
And
are
at the end
people
of the
like
day,
that, for sure.
there's people that will align with my principles. So it's not like I'm sitting here with the only person in the world that has that principle. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other people that feel that
Low
same way.
percentage, but yeah.
I mean, it could be low, it could be high, it could be in the middle, but it's like
Nah, it's really
somebody,
just perspective.
somebody out there will
That's
resonate
a fact,
with
that's a
how
fact.
I feel based on that,
That's a fact.
and that's what I feel like fuels people's choices when it comes to taking accountability. Because it's like,
I just say do the right thing, like Spike Lee.
yeah, but that's the whole thing that I'm trying to go back
I
to.
mean,
Who are you to say that it's the right thing to do?
The world.
That's like a wild thing.
Like
though,
the
'cause-
like the
No,
world
it's-
says
it's-
the right thing. Like,
it's wild 'cause, like,
that's
you know-
a
you know-
positive. Okay, look, are we projecting positive or negativity, right?
No.
You can project both. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Somebody could go to jail for murder. Somebody could be on a guest sentence, and they ask you, "Do you have anything else to say?" And somebody could be like, "I want to apologize to all of the families. I made an impulsive mistake. I really apologize. Unfortunately, whatever I said can't bring back this life, but I am deeply sorry." And somebody else can say, "I don't give a fuck what happened. I could sleep at night. I'll be here for 25 to life, and I won't lose no sleep. I won't give no fucks."
There are people like that, but he's not doing.
He's not doing the right thing to you.
To hit.
That's what I'm trying to say to you.
I get it.
That nigga is sleep.
That's a wild.
It's a wild example, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you can't force somebody to see the right in something.
You can't.
You can't.
No, I'm with you 100,000%.
And the thing is that accountability can be played on both sides. It's insane for you to not take accountability when you did something wrong. I agree with that. I'm not about to sit here and vouch for nobody that does that. So that's not what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But the possibility of somebody not refusing to take accountability, the possibility, that shit is always there, and you can't pin that on yourself for that.
But then
No,
again,
you're right.
but then again, life is about morals and principles that lives on top of rules and regulations.
But everybody has their
I know that, and that's what I'm saying. Adding to what you're saying, you know, like you got to understand, like the situation you said about the whole courtroom thing, right? Like, his morals was like, fuck, like, I apologize. You know what I'm saying?
He felt bad.
But like, he ruled in his brain that, yo, fuck this. I killed them regardless. But where I'm at right now, my morals is to make sure that I get the fuck up out of the situation, because this is disgusting. So that's why he's saying, I apologize, and maybe I get the judge to look at me like I'm a shining, you know, angel.
No. That's the thing. That's what I was saying. So what I described was two different situations, two different people. Because I've seen it. Like, before I took up psychology, I took up criminal justice too. So I had to go into cases like that. And there's people that will willingly do some crazy shit and sit up there in the courtroom and be like, yo, I'm going to go to jail for 100 years. I promise you I'm not losing no sleep about what I did.
Yeah.
And that is going to sound crazy. Aligned with their personal morale.
Because they're gonna feel
so
like
I could sit there and tell you, like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, you evil as hell for doing what you did, and he could sit there and tell me, yo, bro, I don't give a fuck about nothing you telling me, bro. I feel like I did the right thing. That's on you. That's your personal morale. Like,
and them be them dudes who we go looking for God and Jesus Christ and shit like that.
And convert.
See, later on down the line.
But that plays a part in accountability. It's more so of a choice thing. You realize it later on, or you realize it instantly. At the end of the day, accountability is a choice. It doesn't have to be given instantly. It would just be preferred amongst the majority if it's given instantly.
Right.
That's really what it is. It's just preferred amongst the majority.
Your brain processes that would be the right thing to do.
No, for real.
Yeah, because
I
get it though.
But even then, like
a mind block too. That's like a mind block. Like, bro, something is literally like blocking your mind from. It's like that's like a mechanism that's like, nah, bro. Like, what you did was right. Like, it wasn't wrong. Nothing. And I really feel like everybody has that in their mind at some point in their lives. Like, it's just like it kind of feels like a mind block.
Intrusive thoughts, because now you're going towards more your intrusive thoughts and basing your accountability on your intrusive thought. No, you know what I'm saying? That's basically like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, something like that. Like,
I will, if personal experiences, and this is why we love bringing up these topics, because personal experience, I will agree with you on what you're saying, that. And not to the extent of that fucking type of level shit, right? But
nah, that was just an example. I had to give an example like that because that's literally like one of the few examples that you can look at accountability from both sides. Like, there will be people that will really sit there and do the most outlandish shit and not take no form of accountability. Like, and it's unfortunate that you can't change that. They have. No, you can't. They have to find that within themselves eventually. Yeah. An example that I could give too is when Smart came and he was saying that he went to jail and he was bugging out in the box about to tweak out, but then eventually he said that he found God, or he prayed to God, and God spoke to him and changed his whole shift. He took accountability within himself. Like, yo, you know what? I put myself in this position. It's time for me to get myself out of it.
Right.
So it's like.
Right. At some point, it'll hit you.
That's like shit like that is why I always feel like accountability is a choice. And then it's like if you choose not to take accountability, all you're doing is just disaligning yourself with other people. Because
Yeah.
a nigga like me loves accountability. If you don't take accountability, I'm gonna look at you like you're stupid. If anything, I probably won't even want to be around you. But
that's
I'm
my
still
choice
I'm
now.
still gonna respect your choice that you chose not to do that. I'm just not aligning myself with you because that's not my type of vibe. Like,
And that's my choice or not to. But it's true because even in relationships, bro, like even in, let's just say mine's like right, you know, you get into shit and sometimes I don't want to hold myself accountable. Like I'm like, oh, fuck this, I
That's
don't
what I'm
care.
saying. That's the mind block right
that
there.
is the
Like
mind
it's just
block.
like, yo.
And this comes from years from before. Like fuck that. I'm not gonna be vulnerable enough to say sorry. Like, oh my apologize. I didn't mean that. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stand on my 10 toes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the energy, right? But then when you start realizing, you start dissecting shit, like what is really happening? Like for one, I'm blocking blessings, right? Because that's so negative to have, right? So don't ever feel like you should actually do this. Like you shouldn't do that, right? You're blocking blessings. For one, you feel cleansed in you that you can actually tell someone, yo, be truthful and all that shit. And it is what it is. Or be truthful to hold yourself accountable. And it is what it is. And you don't feel no type of way. But, yo, I'm giving you me. Like, if you don't, you know, you should be able to accept it, right? So that right there, man, like.
That's being authentic.
You have to. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when you start dissecting, now that I'm getting older and all that shit, now I start understanding more like, you know what, like, what am I really doing? Like, that's not a way to fucking, to live life. Because it's like there's a weight on your shoulder that it's like, you're not being pure, right? And I know we all mess up. Let me say something right now. Because I say this, but I like to also say this. We're not humans. We're not humans. You know what I'm saying?
humans?
We are humans. I'm bugging out. We're aliens.
niggas is AIs. Y'all niggas is AIs. Niggas is AIs.
Yo, that was a glitch in the Matrix right now? That was a glitch in the Matrix?
Niggas is glitching.
Nah, we are humans. We all make mistakes. We go through shit. We repeat things that we go through, and that's just what it is. Like, we
Yeah,
gotta
we
learn
not
from
perfect,
that.
and we not perfect either.
You understand? So with that, it's like it is what it is. Yeah. But
because a lot of people get stuck with the stigma of doing something or trying to, or they did something and then they be like, but.
There's always a but. Like, don't stop the but.
Yeah,
just say what you said.
Because at the end of the day, butts are meant to be sit on and butts are meant to release gas. So stop with the but.
Everything is but. Like, you don't have to say but because
Okay.
now you justify.
So I'm about to play devil's advocate part two.
We are.
So what if a situation comes about? So this is like the thing, and I've been in situations like this. There's been times that my actions have warranted somebody's response, but in my opinion, sometimes their response was unnecessary. But at the same time, sometimes I feel not guilty, but I think about it because if I never did that action, I never would have warranted that response. But at the same time, I feel like there's always a right and wrong way to do things. Nah, I'm not. Because if I make
too many butts,
because if that's like if me and Izzy get into an argument and it should get heavy to the point that like me and him dead ass about to fight and I leave and we never speak, and then like weeks later we bump into each other and we speak, and I tell him like, yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm dead ass wrong for whatever, but the way you spoke to me warranted the reason why I felt like
okay, right, okay, I'm with you on that. Yeah.
That's not overthinking nothing.
No,
he's talking about overthinking. That's what I'm saying. That's not overthinking anything.
By the way, you delivered it
was because you adding too many butts to the.
No, I'm with you. That for sure.
Like, there's situations like that where it's like, I don't know, like it's kind of like
that's different. You hold, you still hold.
Hey,
yo.
This fucking guy, son.
Nah.
Yeah, if you was to see my screen, his hands is always in my face. I'm about to bite this nigga's hand, son. Seriously.
Nigga, bro, they got the fucking Dorito, the fucking Dorito finger.
Nigga say you had the drink shit. I'm definitely with you on that one. No, you definitely. But the thing is, you still hold yourself accountable, right?
Nah, yeah, for sure. But
you say, yo, the way you should hold yourself accountable too, because the way you spoke to me, that action caused this reaction.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like in a in a situation like that, I feel like situations between two people should always result in dual accountability.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's my opinion.
Wow,
because
that's good.
I feel like
I
feel like
you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
It depends. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
It really, I feel.
It does depend.
Not it depends, but It's conditional. The situation is
certain
conditional
circumstances.
because it's like it goes back. It goes
Yeah.
back to me and Izzy. Like if me and him was arguing and shit got heavy, like me and him, they're going back and forth, like talking crazy, like to the point that me and him both in each other's faces, dead ass about to fight. That's a dual accountability because me and him are both brothers. Even though we get into an argument,
That right,
it shouldn't
yeah,
have to
I'm
get to that
with you,
point
yeah.
that we in niggas' faces and niggas about to
Yeah.
dead ass fight. Now if me and him are just bickering back and forth and he talking to me like how I'm talking to him right now,
Yeah.
and he's like
That's different.
that's when it's like, all right, cool. Like only one person should take accountability.
Yeah,
But just because,
no, that's what I'm saying. Both of y'all stick out.
but it's
Depends
also,
on the situation,
but,
right,
but,
right, depends on the situation.
but the only reason why I say dual accountability too is because it's also to be aware of just because I'm talking to you like this doesn't mean that whatever I'm saying out of my mouth is the right thing. Maybe whatever I'm saying like this
Yeah, delivery could be different.
could be delivered the wrong way, which warrants his response, and then his response is gonna warrant me to heighten my voice, and
So
then
would
that's
that
when
still-
we both
so
get
wait,
there.
alright,
Like
so
this.
effect at
Wait.
that point.
So would that still be dual accountability though?
In a sense, yes, because we're both bothered by how
But
we're
you-
speaking to each other.
but
Did
but
somebody
you-
antagonize?
But
somebody?
you inflicted the problem though by delivering your message the way you did. It could have been subtle, yes. It could have been very subtle. I mean, we got to a point where we just chilling, relaxing, subtle, and you deliver it to a point where I'm looking at you like, nigga, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm serious. And then you like, but you're telling that yourself, like, what, nigga? You really coming at me like that?
But that's the thing. Sometimes,
No, but listen. And then now, regardless of what they tell you, you're trying to convince them, but like, yo, for real, that's the way you feel. And then they go, yeah, that's exactly the way I feel. Subtle, chill, relaxed. Then you look at them like, for real, like, nah, my nigga, you should have told me this shit a long time ago.
yeah.
Is that still dual accountability? I don't think it is because you ignited me to react the way you did because what we spoke about should have been to where it would have been like, nah, I really don't. It could have, nah, the reason why is because such and such and such. Do you feel me? Then we'll be like, all right, bet. But the way you deliver it, be like, nah, fuck that. I don't feel like doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I was in a situation like that. That's the reason why I'm bringing it up, you know? And I'll say it, like with my brother. He put me in a situation like that where we spoke. We were chilling. Boom, boom, boom. I told him about my father. Yo, this, that, and the third. The nigga twisted it on me, nigga. I looked at him like, what the fuck, nigga?
Yeah.
You know, and it took me where I was like, whoa. Look, my hairs are standing up to even speak. I hate talking about this shit, but it has to be said because I don't like bottling it in. Nigga, I told a nigga, man, fuck you. I don't look at it as a dual accountability because the way I approached him was with much love and respect. It was about a certain topic, but the reaction he gave me and the delivery he gave me was to a point like, wow.
So that's the thing. In a situation like that, it's different because he knew how touchy that subject is for you.
No,
It's-
I don't think so.
Unless he didn't. Did he know that?
Because at that point, it was like he knew, but he didn't. Because he was there and he wasn't there. And that's what I was trying to explain to him. You wasn't there, so let me explain to you what you missed. You understand?
Oh, so you try to make it like it's your fault. Like,
He's basically was trying to make it seem like it was my fault.
See,
without
but that
giving your side of it first?
a situation like that is different though because that comes across as him being closed-minded to you because he's not giving you that chance and he's not giving himself that chance to be open to receive whatever it is that
Yeah,
you're
to
telling
really
him.
listen.
It's
Nah, I
different.
don't think so.
I feel like that is because it's like it goes back to the same situation like with me and Izzy. If I tell him something that he never heard before, even if I tell him in the softest way, I'm not gonna know how he's gonna receive that because I never spoke to him about it before. So I could say it in the softest way possible. I could say it in a way that I feel that it won't even come across as disrespectful. But if he feels that it's disrespectful, I'm not gonna know that until I tell him that. You know what I mean?
No.
So I can't blame him for feeling some type of way instantly if I don't know how he's gonna feel about that.
But it's also your job to reassure him that I didn't mean don't mean no disrespect.
But sometimes-
I don't have to give that energy that he gave. Like yo,
But sometimes you
know,
can
I'm-
do that, and some people will still receive it in a negative way,
Well,
even
that's
if you
on them.
reassure
Well,
them.
that's
that.
on them then. That's
'Cause-
on them then. Like, well, you
Because
gotta
honestly,
honestly, by yourself first.
Yeah,
like,
exactly,
To be
'cause-
like, yo, my fault. It wasn't that way, bro.
And
I
you
didn't
gave
mean
him
it
a
that
chance
way.
too to even
Yeah,
stop it too. I was like,
right.
yo, I'm giving you a chance. You know, I'm telling you, I'm reassuring you
That it's
And
not
then-
like
And
that.
if you want to take it upon yourself to still have that action and that energy towards me, then all right, bro.
And he never
that's
gave.
what it is. What it is.
At that point, he never gave that type of vibe.
Also, I mean, and
He never gave
so
that vibe to where it was like, you know, this is how I felt and that's the way I am. You know what I'm saying? Nah. He never
So
did.
the only way that like the dual accountability in a sense, like I said, I guess I can agree that it's a conditional thing.
Yeah,
the
it
only way that I
definitely
would say that dual accountability probably would have played in your part is if you genuinely felt like your reaction shouldn't have been that way. But if you genuinely feel like that you should have reacted like that, but later on you was like, yo, you know what? Like that was just in the height of the moment because of what we was talking about and the fact that you were just negating my emotions and not listening to me, that triggered my response.
No, I actually.
If it's something like that, then
it took me like a wise man to actually accept that shit from me. That's how. Honestly, it was fucking this dude, the guy.
Yeah, the guy.
He actually put me on. He was like, "You gotta basically let go of that energy," and that's exactly what I did. And what I did was, I went to my block list and I unblocked the nigga. And I was like, you know what? Let that nigga indulge in my fucking energy. You know what I'm saying? Let that nigga feel what I let him see what I'm feeling.
But don't you think in a sense that that's kind of holding yourself accountable?
No,
because you blacked on him, you blocked him, but then
That
you
was
turned
then.
around. But then you turned around and you unblocked him.
Yeah, but that was then. I held myself accountable for the actions that I have felt towards him. My feelings and my emotions that I had capped myself towards him was what I was accountable for.
Yeah.
But now that I said, you know what? I don't want to be accountable for this no more. I don't want to. I don't want to hold this chain between us of hate and neglect and all that shit because of what he felt. So I say, you know what? I snipped that accountability, and I'm not accountable for it no more. If he decides to hit me up, it is what it is.
But the only reason why I would say that you kind of held yourself accountable is because you chose not to carry that negative energy anymore, in a way.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. He let it
Yeah,
go.
I let it go.
So that's good. You held yourself accountable, didn't you?
No.
I think you hold yourself. You held. I don't think it's
Not accountable in the sense that you're looking at yourself and you're like, yo, I was wrong for doing that.
Yeah.
It's more so in the sense of like, yo, like I was warranted to do that. I was right to do that. But at the end of the day, that's not really me. I'm not a negative person.
hold
I got brought to that.
I
I got brought to that moment. But you know what? That was just a moment in time. I'm better than that.
Is that like a reverse accountability?
I mean, all accountability is accountability, though. That's
I
the
wouldn't
thing.
look at it
I
where it
don't
was
know.
like,
That's like internal
that's more,
accountability.
but that's
some type of accountability.
But that's more like forgiveness, though. Like
that's
conduct.
basically
It's
what
not,
I did.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you.
I forgave myself for my actions and my reactions towards the situation instead of just like looking at it like, all right, cool, it is what it is.
But you don't think forgiveness is a form of accountability?
No,
Why not?
In some cases.
I don't
agree with it in some cases. Though. My fuck, I don't keep putting my.
I don't think it is. I don't
agree
think
with
it is. And in my case, I don't think forgiveness is me being accountable for what occurred.
Not in your case.
No, it's not.
your
It's
case.
not.
Or
It's,
in-
it's,
or in
it's-
general.
It's not about what occurred surrounding the whole situation. It's about how you handled it at first, and then how you chose to handle it later on.
You're right, but so you're telling me that if I didn't start the situation, or if someone didn't start the situation, they're still going to be accountable for that situation throughout their lives until they decide not to be accountable for that situation?
Not really, but you're gonna think about it. Eventually, you thought about it, which is why you unblocked them. Which is why you said, "I bet."
No,
like,
I didn't. No, you see, that's the thing. I didn't think about it until it was brought up. The topic was brought up. When the topic was brought up, then it brought into my head, and they said, you know what? Sometimes when energy is brought up that way, it's always good to get back that energy instead of wasting that energy. And I was like, you know what? You're right. So instead of me leaving the nigga on block and continuing to keep like knowing that he did what he did, I was like, you know what? It is what it is. That's who he is, and I cut it off.
Okay, I kind of feel like that's just more just being aware of the whole situation at hand, and it's just
And
like
forgiving
okay.
myself for what I.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah, then okay. In that sense, then it's not accountability. Yeah, I can see.
So, you know, with even with that, man, I wrote a few things here, like just to how to do better, right, with all these stuff, man, because I wanted to get everything in, so I didn't want to forget it, but and this goes too because I'm currently practicing it, right? Like again, we're not perfect, right? So I want to share this with y'all, so we could all be one together. Right? I mean, so I wrote down how to do better, right? Like to delve deeper into our emotions and experiences, we can practice self-reflection, right? Journaling, mindfulness, right? And seeking therapy or counseling, right? Engaging in meaningful conversations with trusted individuals can also help you explore, right, your inner selves and understanding your emotions more profoundly, right? So
Yeah,
just-
Mira este.
¿Tú me entiendes? So, so if you take that, man, and just put it into the works and everything, I think you be in a good path, man, to a better world. Let's put it like that, because shit, we lived in a negative world so much, man, like that. This shit is exhausting. It's exhausting. You know what I mean? And we got to start seeking better things, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Any second.
Nah, we do.
You know what I mean?
What was one of them again? The practices?
The practices, you could journaling. You can write things down. Some people don't like to going to you like.
Fun fact: I used to write
There
all
you
the
go,
time. I used to
exactly.
write. I
That's
used
what
to.
I'm
I used to
saying,
write
yeah.
for 4 years straight. 4 years straight.
Yeah.
4 years
Saying,
straight.
like sometimes you really just got to sit down with yourself and just
You gotta
like
just think which way to let it out. People
So
let it
now-
out through music.
all right, so real quick.
through
So
instruments,
for the since you used to write right so much, like for the people who don't know how to start, what would you tell them?
Accept what has happened to you.
That's the first thing you write.
No, that's the first thing you need to do before you even think about buying a journal and picking up
That's
a pen.
true, because what are you gonna write about? Yeah, facts. I would.
You're gonna buy the pen and the journal, and you're gonna just stare at a blank page, like, how do I start
like
this? But
SpongeBob.
you'll instantly know how to start if you're willing to accept everything that has happened to you. And the thing is that you don't need to start from a direct point. You can start anywhere.
Yeah.
You can write in the first page, like, this is the first day that I'm choosing to accept everything that has happened. I am ready to embrace all of my mistakes. I am ready to embrace everything that has made me who I am. I promise from this day forward, I'm going to make the commitment to move forward.
yeah.
And he just answered your question right there. That's a bar.
A mantra.
He just answered it right there, because you asked him, how do you start? There you go. That's,
Something like
that's
that,
how
like-
you start. Exactly what you said. I need to clip that video, that clip right there. Save that. Do everything you need to, because that right there will be the. It's the
mantra.
The gateway,
right?
that's the gateway
gateway.
right
It's the
there.
gate to
About
entering
being
to
yourself.
whatever these everybody words want to use. That's what it is. That's how you fucking start, man. Like exactly those words, because that was good. That was good, because you got to start at today. Be truthful with yourself, and then you can visit history. Moving forward, right?
Because
So-
it makes it easier to revisit every part of your life.
Yeah,
It's
facts.
hard if you haven't accepted everything that has happened, and then, God forbid, you get like a flash of something, and then it's like you just trigger yourself back into that. Because I have been like that
But you
before.
gotta
Like,
accept that too, though.
nah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So
yeah,
like,
for sure.
there's
Because when you even I'm sorry to cut
Nah,
you.
you good.
Even if you do like accept where you at right now, and then you think about something from back in the days that triggers your flashback, you also have to write that down and put that down and accept that as well.
Yeah.
Don't let that fade your light because you thought of your shadow self. I always talk about the
don't
shadow
erase
self.
don't erase it from your life.
Never.
nah, yeah, but
Don't erase it from your life.
that's why I said it from the beginning. Like, you can't buy a journal and pick up a
facts.
pen and write in it if you're not willing to put everything that has happened to you from day one to today on Front Street. And it's not about Front Street to the whole public to see, but just for you. You're your own
yourself,
Front Street.
yeah.
You're your own audience. You're your own consumer. Writing out your thoughts and reading them as you're writing them, that does a great purpose for yourself. Everybody has their own way of going about it. Some people write and they don't feel nothing. Somebody like me, because like I said from the last episode, there was a lot of things. And this kind of goes into the selfish thing that he had talked to me about last time with not telling my grandmother certain things. But I found a safe space in writing whatever I didn't feel comfortable telling my grandmother yet.
Yeah.
It was always gonna go off as a selfish thing, because regardless, because of how my grandmother is with me and how she was with me, even if I don't say nothing to her, she's gonna know that something was happening. Or if she doesn't know, she's just gonna have that generalized worry for me. But as in terms of me feeling comfortable and accepting that, I only felt that way with me first. I wasn't ready to feel that way with everybody around me, no matter how much they love me. It may come across as selfishness to others, but I felt okay with doing that within myself, because I chose to make myself my own audience first before I share things with others. Even though I didn't tell people around me, at least I chose to tell somebody.
And that
Yeah,
was
just
you.
me.
You have it
Yeah, that was
documented.
you.
Yeah. It's documented too. Like, you know, and even that, even with that, man, you know, somebody finds let's say somebody finds, keep putting my hand, somebody finds the information like that, right? That kind of helps somebody too, man. Like, to even be like, wow, this person like just see somebody's story, right? And to articulate that to the world, man, like that's fire.
It has its
Well, you know, I mean, shit. What,
it has
what do you
its
journalize?
balances. It has its balance. Yeah, whatever you journalize.
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah,
Because
right.
whatever you like, if you're a type of person who's down and out, depressed, and you write about your down and outs and depression, and you still can't get out of that, that might trigger somebody else's down and out and depressions.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? And they might end up reading
Well,
and be
yeah,
like, damn,
true.
if he went through this shit, then My shit is even
Okay, so
nowhere near that shit. So, I might as well just kill myself now. Then
Nah, hold on.
you know what I'm saying? It's true though,
the
bro.
story has to go from, but the story will have to go. What the thing we're trying to talk about, right? The story will have to go from negative or all your messed up story to where the positive started going after for that person.
Or even
that.
or even if
You know
it
what I mean?
went to from negative to ready.
Yeah.
From the negative to the positive, then back down to the negative, and back up
And
to
then
the
back up.
positive.
But the
That's
end
even
story,
better.
It's like a roller coaster ride, right?
should be.
I'm gonna give you guys an example. Hold on. I'm gonna read this to y'all.
Yeah.
Whenever something happens in your life, negative or positive, it is always good to embrace it. Many may wonder why they should embrace it. Well, I have the reason. Growing up, no matter your age, God will throw challenges at you. Some challenges you will win and some challenges you will lose. But no matter what, you'll always learn something new and you'll always be prepared to conquer the challenge you once failed. Because God will always test you to see if you learn from your previous failures. That's what life is about, going through failures only to come back more stronger than ever. So many might ask what I do personally when I go through tough times or experience failure. To be honest, all I do is just channel out all the negative and continue to live my life. Because I know during my teen years, I'll experience more challenges and go through more things. But when I get older, I know that I'll finally be at peace, not just with myself, but with everyone I care for. I was 12 years old when I wrote that.
You wrote that?
Shit.
Ooh, drop a bomb for that. Yo, good shit, bro.
Like 12 years old, shit.
That's-
Nah, we gotta like laminate that shit and like make it into.
Nah, we're gonna repost that. We're gonna repost
2012, right?
2020. That. I'm gonna drop another bomb for that. That right there, that's fire, bro. So with
I
that,
thought you was reading that shit off Google.
nah,
bro. I was like,
I ain't gonna lie, me too, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Nah,
like,
that was fire though.
I thought you read that
word,
shit
bro.
over Google or something.
Nah,
so
so,
listen.
shit like that is like,
yeah.
that was something that I was willing to accept and embrace at a young age. And that's something that even people like now in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, like it doesn't matter. Like a lot of people have that. I don't want to say issue because that's not really an issue because everybody has their own life journey. Everybody has their own pace. But I feel like eventually for you to really like be like, you got to accept everything that has came with your life.
Yo, word up. I agree with 100% because at the end of the day, before we go, accept yourself for who you are. Be flexible about what you're doing. Always accept your self-compassion. Create your growth in mind, setting yourself into the greatest opportunities in the world. Authenticate, however you say that word.
Authenticate.
Authenticate, whatever.
Authenticate.
yourself to always being the greatest version of yourself and always give gratitude to the lowest and the highest of them all.
Exactly.
Yes,
And always
sir.
remember too, there's only one of you in this lifetime. Like, so
the best of
just go out there and be different.
Just be you, man. Be open. Don't let nobody fool you into not being you, right? Because the devil is out here and he will snatch you up. So with that said, peace, bless, love. Give thanks to that man above.
Live, love, prosper, y'all. You know about that.